Adam Savage here from Tested in my cave with a show and tell of a prop and a story. Now what I've got in front of me here is roughly $100,000 worth of poker chips, fictional poker chips. These are actually my replicas of Teddy KGB's poker chips from the amazing gambling poker movie Rounders, starring Matt Damon and John Malkovich and Ed Norton. One of my favorite movies, arguably responsible for the late 90s, early 2000s poker boom, alongside an amazing episode of This American Life and some other New York Times stories that came out. I'm obsessed with Rounders, and I wanted a set of Teddy KGB's chips ever since I saw the movie. Now, they're expensive. If you want to buy them from the film production, they show up on eBay from time to time for like, 20 or 30 bucks a piece, like per chip. Well, I'm not going to spend that for a full set. So I carefully looked at screen grabs of the film over a period of time and logged that there were 5 different kinds of chips, each with a different color of chip, a different color of pip, and a different number of pips. For instance, these $500 chips have 6 pips around the perimeter, where the $100 chips have 4 pips. I logged all this information and reached out to a poker chip company and said, could you make these chips for me? And they said no. And I reached out to another one a few weeks later and asked them, and they said no. And it started down this long journey of trying to find someone who could replicate these. And then I found this company, and I sent them the 5 different kinds of chips I wanted, and they said, seems like you want to make the chips from Rounders, which we built. What? I couldn't believe I'd actually found the company. Now, they don't want me to tell their name, so I'm sorry. I'm not going to share their name with you at their request. They had made a promise to the production that they would not make a second run of the poker chips. So we had to include a key difference between my poker chips and the production poker chips. And the difference is the bear. The bear on my chips is facing in the wrong direction. I don't mind that difference at all. I am totally fine with that. The number's the right color, it's copper plate, it's the same font. The bear is the same bear that they used. It's my high resolution breakdown of it from screenshots. And I was able to get a full set of Teddy KGB's chips. But that's not the whole story, because these have sat in my shop for like 7 years while I've tried to figure out what they could go in. What would they be carried in? There are all sorts of poker chip carriers you can buy with a wrinkle. This, I ordered 1,200 chips. Most poker chip carriers carry 1,000 chips. 1,200 is not a common number. So I had trouble finding one. Then I bought some 600 carriers, and I broke this into 2 stacks and put them in those. But even those, they weren't that well made. They didn't feel authentic to me. It just wasn't right. And then I was watching Rounders last week, and I was noticing Teddy has the lockbox area where he puts out the chips. So Matt Damon shows up at the beginning of the movie with $30,000 and says, give me 3 stacks of high society. That's this.